Connecting with Jake McCabe today. Hi, Jake. How's it going?
It's going over here. One of those just kind of status quo. Wake up and just try to find things to fill the day.
Mm-hmm. And how's everyone in your family? Wife, friends,
Oh,
family? How's
we're
everyone
good.
doing?
Everyone's staying healthy. My wife is 8 months pregnant, so she's due actually a month from yesterday. So it's
Nice.
a pretty interesting time to be expecting your first child. That's for sure.
Absolutely. That definitely, I mean, you think about the opportunity to be at home, right? And that would usually, spell out good news. But I'm sure there's, like everyone right now, an awful lot of concern, but I'm sure you're managing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's. I mean, we're quarantined. That's for sure. We're going to be quarantined probably for the next 2 months because once we do have her, nobody's going to be even get close to her. So we'll be holed up in here for the next couple months, I'm sure.
How much are you, keeping in touch with the rest of your family and your like it's more than usual or different? How would you describe that?
I would say maybe a little bit more than usual. My sister actually, her and my brother were down in Florida, kind of when all this started coming. So then, rather than flying home, they had to rent a car and drive home. She's a little 3 month old too, so they've obviously are on high alert. And my mom's been staying home. I talked to my grandparents. They've been have been real good and stayed home. So it's both my grandmas are very Catholic, so they've had a hard time staying away from church, but they've they've followed the guidelines, I guess.
Uh, what aside from being there for your wife, what are your days like? How are you um, staying in shape and trying to stay on any sort of routine? I guess.
Yeah. Um, well, to be honest, I don't set an alarm in the morning. Just kind of wake up when I wake up. I mean, we don't really sleep in late anyways, but like today, I think I woke up at probably 8:30. Um, get a cup of coffee going, watch the news, uh, slowly make my way over to a workout or figure out what we want to do for that day. Sometimes if it's nice out, like I said, I'll go for a jog outside. And luckily, I have a spin bike inside our place here, so yesterday went for a bike ride. Maybe do a little yoga today. We've been talking about, so we're managing with our limited space, and luckily it's been decent out, so you can get a run in outside to get outside too.
How are you feeling about becoming a dad?
I'd feel a lot better if my daughter wasn't going to be born amongst a pandemic, but no, I'm extremely excited. We're obviously getting pretty antsy over here, but we've got the nursery pretty much all set. So that's another. We just got a couple projects to finish up, touch up the painting a little bit, but we're very eager and excited to meet our little girl.
Do you have a name picked out?
We don't have one picked out. We have a few that we really like, so I think
Good.
it's going to be we got to see her first, I think.
Hmm. What are the little things in life right now that you're maybe missing the most?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of funny. We were talking about it the other day. It's especially when it's not that nice out, people aren't chomping at the bit to get outside. But as soon as there's a quarantine and you're not allowed outside, it seems that everybody just wants to go outside because it's almost like taking candy away from a baby in a sense. It seems like, especially in this city, I realized it's been stay at home in Chicago for about a week, I think, and on Wednesday it was pretty nice outside, and all the beaches and the lakefront path was packed, and people didn't quite take the social distancing, I don't think, super serious on that day. So now all the parks and all the paths are all closed. So
Hmm.
it's just kind of interesting to see as soon as you're not allowed to do something, everybody just wants to go do that thing kind of. So but like I said, we've been able to get outside and we go for walks and runs. So that's been nice. But yeah, the small little things, I don't know. It's just a very weird time and to be alive, really.
Yeah, it's so very true. Do you, in that sense, do you even think of finishing the season at this point in time?
I mean, I think when you look at just looking at a calendar, it's, I mean, I think I'm definitely skeptical. I hope that we can get at least, you know, the Stanley Cup playoffs in would be great. I'm not sure, obviously, logistically how that would work. I mean, at this time, I think it's probably hard to get any regular season games in, but especially it's just kind of, I mean, everybody can talk about this all they want and when the season's going to resume or if it resumes, but nobody has, nobody can see into the future and, realize when this whole pandemic is going to slow down, and that it doesn't seem to be slowing down right now. So it's, at this point in time, I think everyone's just more concerned about their own family, especially myself. I'm definitely more concerned about my wife and my wife's well-being. So it's just going to be interesting to see how this really just develops for the next, couple of weeks. We're going to have more answers as we kind of just keep getting farther and farther, flipping the calendar.
Well, we're certainly thinking about you and wishing you all the best, Jake.
I appreciate that.